and welcome. You're watching The Money Show. I'm Kavita Thapliyar, and this show is actually your one-stop destination for all your personal finance queries. And today on the show, we'll be doing exactly that, answering your portfolio-related questions. So anything about your mutual fund investments, your insurance policies, you may be having a loan on you for which you might want a repayment strategy. We are going to help you with all of that. Just in case you want to send across your queries to us, you can WhatsApp us your question on our WhatsApp number, which is 8657974571. We also have an email ID, which is themoneyshow@etnow.tv, where you can send across your queries to us. And today, to do your live financial planning on the show, I have with me Nisreen Mamaji, CFP, Moneyworks Financial Services. Nisreen, hi, good evening, and welcome to the show. And Nisreen, we are also joined by our first viewer from Puducherry, Mr. Rangarajan. Hello, good evening, Mr. Rangarajan. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm fine, ma'am.
Okay, so as per details sent by you, sir, you say that you have a fixed deposit of 50 lakh right now with a monthly payout. You have just started your investment journey, and so for that you wanted to know if there has to be a portfolio. Is that right?
Yes. And I'm also earning approximately 1.2 L per month. Yeah.
You are investing 1.2 per month?
No. I'm earning.
You're earning. Great. So, sir, out of this, how much would you want to invest?
That's what I wanted to know. I'm just starting to invest these things. So
Okay.
I just wanted to know.
So you have a fixed deposit for 50 lakhs. We are not touching that. You don't have any question on that, right? You already have a monthly payout out of that. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So that we'll keep separate, that information. I want to know from now on, if at all you have to do an SIP in a mutual fund or start investing, maybe a lump sum also, what is the amount that you are looking at and for how many years?
I'm looking long term, 15, 20 years.
Got it. And what's the amount every month that you will be putting?
I think I can put the payout that is coming from the fixed deposit, and if needed, some amount, some 5 to 10% from my income also.
5 to 10% of your income per month you can put, right?
Yes.
Okay. So are you a conservative investor?
I'm moderate.
You're moderate.
I would
Okay.
like to think,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Got it. What is your investment duration for this fixed deposit? What is the term you've fixed it for?
It will continue. There are many fixed deposits.
Okay. You will.
29 it is, yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Maturing.
Got it. Okay. So let's just stick to the other part of your investment, which you may want to do in equity now. Are you familiar with equity? Are you familiar with equity markets? Do you read about it?
Yes.
You all have a portfolio already?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Do you have mutual funds?
Just started. Yes.
Can you-
Nifty 50 I put. SIP Nifty 50, 5K I put per month, yeah.
No. So you're talking about mutual funds. You have index mutual funds?
Yes. I just started, yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to know what else can I do.
So what is the name of those funds? Because we don't want to sound repetitive, in our recommendations to you also. Do you know the name of the funds?
The Navi Nifty 50.
Navi Nifty 50. Okay. And?
That's the only thing I have.
How much have you put in over here?
SIP I started 5K per month.
5,000 per month. Okay. All right.
I wanted to know what else can I do.
Sure, we'll help you out with that. Any specific corpus you're looking at? You spoke about keeping it for long term for 15-20 years, but any specific amount that you want to accumulate from this investment?
Yeah. I would like to be a crorepati.
Okay, a crorepati. Great. Let's help you become a crorepati. Nisreen, so he already has an index fund. Now he wants to know how else can he diversify.
Sure. Mr. Rangarajan, thank you, Kavita, first for having me on the show. And Mr. Rangarajan, you have 50 lakhs right now. And, I can explain to you how that we would recommend that you invest this funds. Also, the SIP that you are already doing a 5,000 rupees, an ICICI Pro Equity Savings Fund, or a UTI Multi-Asset Fund, or HDFC Balance Advantage Fund. So you can take maybe all of these categories and put 5% in each of these 4 options. So this will give you liquidity in the 1 to 5 year segment, okay? Because some of the mutual funds which we will recommend for the longer term will have some amount of volatility, and of course they can be liquidated at will, but you don't want to liquidate when there's a market correction, etc. Therefore, you should be at least invested in the in 100% equity funds for at least 5 years before you make any kind of emergency withdrawals. So for the longer term funds, I could recommend Franklin India Flexi Cap Fund for about 20% of the investment portfolio, Nippon India Large Cap Fund, again for about 20% of the portfolio. Franklin India Flexi was 40%, Nippon India Large Cap 20%, and Mahindra Manulife Multi Cap Fund for the balance 20%. So this is how the 50 lakh portfolio has been broken up, which you're currently investing in FDs. So this will give you a roadmap how to invest, in the longer term. So let me repeat, shorter term funds about 20%, Franklin India Flexi Cap 40%, Nippon India Large Cap 20%, and Mahindra Manulife 20%. So this is how you invest. You're already doing, some amount of investment in an index fund, which you can continue. But also bear in mind that your, surplus can be increased or stepped up every year by about 5 to 10%, so that your SIP keeps on increasing by 5 to 10%. And that way, you will surely meet your goal of being a crorepati. And you haven't mentioned the tenure or, what your age is right now. But I'm assuming that you will be part of the investment journey for at least the next 12 to 15 years.
All right.
So, Kavita,
sure.
back to you.
Sure. Yeah, Mr. Rangarajan, is there anything else you want to ask Nisreen?
Nothing, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, all the best. Nisreen, we have Mr. Mahajan also, Mrs. Mahajan from Hyderabad on the phone line with us. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine, fantastic, by God's grace.
Thank you so much for sending us your question, ma'am. Okay, so you want to start investing now?
Yeah, that's right, absolutely.
All right, any specific reason why you thought of... Sure, please.
Yeah, I'm 52-year-old,
okay.
right?
Okay.
And at this juncture, if I have not done any investments and I want to start it,
okay.
So of course it's a good option to start investing in PPF, in NPS, and if there are anything to do with mutual funds, what is the time right now? Yes,
sure.
I'm looking for a corpus of something like 2 crores in 10 years.
Okay.
I don't know, of course, if it is feasible or not, but something around at least minimum 1 crore to 1.5 crore should be a little bit doable for me.
Sure.
So taking into consideration, I do not have any other investments. Okay, no fixed deposit, nothing. So right now is my life, which is going to be starting. So kindly guide me on that.
I also want to understand, will you be depending on this portfolio for your regular income also in 10 years?
No.
So,
I'm sorry. If I understand regular income means I should be, you're talking about whether...
you need money from this portfolio every month?
No, not right now. No.
After 10 years?
I am trying to build this for, yeah, that's right. I'm trying to build this after a little long time.
So after 10 years, if you need money from this portfolio, ma'am, how much would that amount be every month?
Say around 1.2 lakhs, something like that.
1.2 lakhs every month after 10 years.
Yes.
Okay. How much are you willing to put in now?
With that, you guide me, madam, So I don't know how it is going to go along. So
okay, so I think Nisreen will have to do a quick calculation.
70. Yeah,
sure.
That's right.
Nisreen will have to do a quick calculation in order to tell you that how much you will have to put in every month to reach 2 CR. And from that amount also you need 1.2 lakh every year. So that's going to be there. So the requirement of 1.2 lakh, I'm assuming or I believe that is going to be there for a long term. I mean, it's going to be there for 20-30 years of your life, right?
Correct.
And the only source of income will be this portfolio?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, then I think you might want to revisit even the 2 CR target. You might want to accumulate more. Okay, all right.
Fair
But then,
enough.
ma'am, kudos to you. You know, at this age, you are so starting off with your investment journey. You've reached out to us. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to help you out. I just want to understand: are you aware of equity markets, because you've given other options like PPF,
Yes,
NPS,
yes,
etc.
yes, yes,
So
yes,
you track
yes,
equity
I am
markets. You
aware.
read about it.
Yeah, yes, yes, definitely.
Do you
Y'all
have
been
direct
a good
stocks? You
source
don't have
in that,
anything.
my,
Sorry.
y'all have been a good guidance in that aspect.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Nisreen, are you ready with the figure and with the answer?
Yes, yes, I am
Sure.
ready.
Okay.
I am. So basically, I'll just give you a little brief background of what, Mrs. Mahajan needs to do right now.
Sure.
So right now she feels that she wants 2 crores after about, 10 years. That is her time frame. And for that, she has, 2 options. Your SIP figure is a little bit on the higher side. So you need to invest 87,000 rupees per month
Okay.
at an expected return of say about 12% per year in order to achieve the 2 crores at the end of 10 years that you're looking at. Now currently, I mean, you can also have the option of having some kind of assets worth about 65 lakh rupees. So there are 2 options: either you have current assets worth 65 lakh rupees which you know wanted to grow in about 10 years, or you're looking at an SIP which is about 87,000 rupees. I can recommend a certain SIPs to you for 10 years. That is HDFC Balance Advantage Fund, ICICI Pro Nifty 50 Index Fund, and UTI Multi-Asset Fund. Because you're already 52 years old, so we don't want to make it very risky. And you're looking at about 10 years. Now you've asked, the question is that PPF on NSE, the returns are much lower. So you're looking at fixed returns, but those returns are not going to beat inflation going forwards. Therefore, you will have to look at equity as part of your investment portfolio, because we will look at forecasted returns of say 12% per annum in order for you to achieve this. Now, in case you also want your corpus to be safe, that's another question, is when you reach the age of 62, which is your retirement age, and you're looking at withdrawing about say 1.2 lakhs a month, which is approximately say 145, 14 and a half lakhs for the annualized amount. So in that case, you will need about 1 crore and 12 lakhs to start with. And at the end of the term, you will have about 85 lakhs left in your corpus, after a certain period of time, because that's also what we're looking at, leaving something for your family or for your children. In case you don't want to leave anything for the family, then you can start with say about 1 crore, so that you can get a 10% withdrawal on that. So you will need to have, instead of 2 crores, you can also look at reducing the figure and starting with say 1 crore. And in that crore, you can say take a 10% withdrawal, every year. Usually we start at say 50 to 60,000, about a 6% withdrawal. So if your corpus is about 2 crores and you can, and you're withdrawing at the rate of say 10%, you will have 20 lakhs. And if you withdraw at the rate of 6%, then you'll have what you're exactly asking for, about 1.5 crores, 1.15 lakhs a month. So 2 crores is quite reasonable what you have calculated to start with. But here the challenge comes in terms of your SIP figures. Is it, manageable by you, or do you have some other investments which you can start to, put it to better use? Like you could have fixed deposits, etc., which you should be using it at, and putting it at high risk, high return kind of asset classes, such as equity mutual funds. And we'll try to give you a mix of, bonds and not give you 100% equity funds, since you may not have invested in equity mutual funds earlier. Therefore, I'm recommending Balance Advantage, Nifty 50 Index Fund, and UTI Multi-Asset, which will give you some sort of comfort level and which will not have the volatility of 100% equity funds. So, I hope the query is answered, Mr. Mahajan.
Is there anything else you want to ask, Nisreen? Are you clear with the answer? Yeah.
Yes, I am clear, but some of the things I could not hear what Madam had said because of the echo that is going on.
Sure. So for that,
So
can I request you to?
You can,
so can I request you to watch the show on our YouTube channel's YouTube, because there you can note down all the funds also that she's recommended.
Yeah. Thank you so much for all your help. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, time for a quick break. But then before we slip into a short break, I'm going to once again give you our WhatsApp number. And you can also email us your questions. Give us details about your financial investments so far, be it mutual funds or if you've invested in any insurance policies. Anything regarding any financial goal that you might want our experts to help you with, you can send across your questions and we will do your life financial planning on the show. Welcome back. You're watching The Money Show and it's time to connect with our viewers. I have Nisreen Mamaji who's doing our viewers life financial planning on the show today. And Nisreen, we have Mr. Iswar on the phone line from Chennai. Hi, good evening, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, ma'am.
Thank you so much for sending us your question. As per the details sent, you want to do a lump sum investment of 1 CR?
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be for 2 years itself, and in the sense you'll be needing an SWP after 2 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
This is for my retirement planning.
Retirement planning. Oh, that's really great, and I'm glad that you have taken the route of SWP over here. So so far, do you have any investments in mutual funds or equity or anywhere else?
Yeah, I have done some investments in equity and also some. Yeah.
Okay, so now since you're very clear that you want a 6% per annum after 2 years from this particular investment, let's help you out distribute this particular money. So Nisreen, as we all know that when you're planning for retirement and when you're clear that you need a specific amount via SWP, one portion of it is for your consumption, other portion has to be for capital appreciation as well. That is invested in equity, it remains invested for the growth of your capital. So in this case, what is the kind of approach you think he can take up? Can he be completely conservative, or he can be a hybrid investor where you have a mix of equity and debt for him?
So, typically what we do is, because he's going to retire now after 2 years, and, the SWP will start immediately. And Ishwar has been very categorical. He's already worked out 6% per annum, which is, absolutely fantastic. It's congratulations to you for already working out that, your SWP should be at around 6%, so that the portfolio also has the opportunity to grow and you can leave a legacy behind for your children and for your heirs as well. So based on what you have mentioned, we've broken this up into various buckets. So for year, because, you're very close to retirement now, it's only 2 years away. So in that case, for year 1 and year 2, you can be invested in ICICI Asset Allocator Fund of Funds, okay, which is a hybrid category of funds where the asset manager himself will take a decision whether to be in equity, debt or gold, depending on the market conditions. So it's an excellent fund which will give you the desired return, and you can get your 6% withdrawal also. For year 3 and 4, we would recommend Mahindra Manulife Aggressive Hybrid Fund. This would be 65% in equities and 35% in bonds. This again, would be keeping in mind a slightly safer component, because you have at least 35% in bonds, whereby your expected return can be in the range of say 9 to 10%. So again, your 6% withdrawal would be possible to do. And it's an excellent fund in its category. So there you can invest about 12 lakh rupees. So in the first one, ICICI Pru Asset Allocator Fund, 12 lakh rupees. Mahindra Manulife Aggressive Hybrid Fund, also 12 lakh rupees. After that, we go into years 5 to 8, because you've already, completed 4 years into your withdrawals. From there onwards, we recommend to you Motilal Oswal Flexi Cap Fund, where you can invest about 24 lakh rupees. And this will be from years 5 to 8. Okay, so this is a flexi cap category where the fund manager will take a call whether to put in large cap or mid and small cap. Currently, the allocation is more towards large caps, keeping in mind the market scenarios and the safety and the safety of large caps and the overvaluation in the small and mid cap segment. And from there onwards, for year 9 onwards, you can expect to invest in DSP Top 100. It's a large cap fund. So there we can invest the corpus, which is about 52 lakh rupees, okay, which is a larger chunk. And you can continue to invest into that fund also for your withdrawals post 9 years. So basically the assumptions that we've made is at 8%, we will be growing your portfolio for the next couple of years. After that, you will start your portfolio where you are going to withdraw about 6 lakhs a year. Your assumed increase of portfolio, that means your yield on the portfolio is about 10%, and inflation we've assumed at 5%. So keeping in mind all these factors, and also that you will be withdrawing for till your life expectancy of say age 85. At that point of time, after 30 years of withdrawal, you will have about 3 crores left in your portfolio. So these are the expected calculations based on a 10% return and a 5% inflation, and a withdrawal of 6 lakhs a year, as rightly mentioned by you. So
All
I
right,
hope that
sure.
the entire plan is
Yeah, quite a
kind of.
detailed plan, and I
Right.
hope, Mr. Iswar, you're following that also. Just in case you missed any aspect
yes.
of the suggestion, you can watch our show on our channel's YouTube as well. Thank you so much for sending us
Thank
your
you, ma'am.
question.
Thank
and
you. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
And Nisreen, thank you so much for being on the show and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries today. On that note, I'm going to sign off, but I'm going to leave you with our WhatsApp number and email ID. Thank you so much. Bye bye.